Ramana Maharshi's teachings. Destiny and free will. Does everything in one's life happen due to destiny? Is there any free will available at all? First, I will offer you Ramana Maharshi's teachings about this topic, and then at the end, I will give you the gist of them. A conversation in Day by Day with Bhagavan offered by Sri Devaraja Mudaliyar. Mrs. P.C. Desai, quoting the Bhagavad Gita, asked Maharishi, if, as Arjuna was told, there is a certain work destined to be done by each, and we shall eventually do it however much we do not wish to do it or refuse to do it, is there any free will? Maharishi, it is true that the work meant to be done by us will be done by us, but it is open to us to be free from the joys or pains, pleasant or unpleasant consequences of the work by not identifying ourselves with the body or that which does the work. If you realize your true nature and know that it is not you that does any work, you will be unaffected by the consequences of whatever work the body may be engaged in according to destiny or past karma or divine plan, however you may call it. You're always free, and there is no limitation of that freedom. With reference to Mrs. Desai's question, Sri Devaraja Mudaliyar asked a question. Are only important events in a man's life, such as his main occupation or profession, predetermined, or are trifling acts in his life, such as taking a cup of water or moving from one place in the room to another, also predetermined? Maharishi, yes, everything is predetermined. Question. Then, what responsibility, what free will does man have? Maharishi, what for then does the body come into existence? It is designed for doing the various things marked out for execution in this life. The whole program is chalked out. The statement, not an atom moves except by his will, expresses the same truth, whether you say does not move except by his will or does not move except by karma. As for freedom for man, he is always free not to identify himself with the body and not to be affected by the pleasures or pains consequent on the body's activities. The following are conversations from talks with Ramana Maharshi offered by Sri Munagala Venkatramaiah, also known as Swami Ramanananda Saraswati. A conversation. Mr. Oliver Lacombe, a Frenchman, asked Maharishi, how is work to be done ordinarily for an aspirant? Maharishi, without self-identification with the actor. For instance, did you intend visiting this place while in Paris? Visitor, no. Maharishi, so you see how you're acting without your intention to do so? The Gita says that a man cannot remain without acting. The purpose of one's birth will be fulfilled whether you will it or not. Let the purpose fulfill itself. Another conversation. Maharishi, free will and destiny are ever existent. Destiny is the result of past action. It concerns the body. Let the body act as may suit it. Why are you concerned with it? Why do you pay attention to it? Free will and destiny last as long as the body lasts. But jnana, wisdom, or true knowledge, transcends both. The self is beyond knowledge and ignorance. Should anything happen, it happens as the result of one's past actions, of divine will, and of other factors. Another conversation. Mr. B.C. Das, the physics lecturer, asked about free will and destiny. Maharishi: whose will is it? It is mine, you may say. You are beyond will and fate. Abide as that, and you transcend them both. That is the meaning of conquering destiny by will. Fate can be conquered. Fate is the result of past actions. By association with the wise, the bad tendencies are conquered. Then one's experiences are viewed to their proper perspective. This is how fate can be conquered. I exist now. I am the enjoyer. I enjoy fruits of action. I was in the past and shall be in the future. Who is this I? Finding this I to be pure consciousness, beyond action and enjoyment, freedom and happiness are gained. Then there is no effort, for the self is perfect, and there remains nothing more to gain. So long as there is individuality, one is the enjoyer and doer. But if it is lost, the divine will prevails and guides the course of events. The individual is perceptible to others who cannot perceive divine force. Restrictions and discipline are for other individuals and not for the liberated. Free will is implied in the scriptural injunctions to be good. It implies overcoming fate. It is done by wisdom. The fire of wisdom consumes all actions. Wisdom is acquired by association with the wise, or rather, its mental atmosphere. Another conversation. A Maharani, an empress, said to Maharishi, I do not have peace of mind. Something prevents it. Probably my destiny. Maharishi: what is destiny? There is no destiny. Surrender, and all will be well. Throw all the responsibility on God. Do not bear the burden yourself. What can destiny do to you then? Visitor: surrender is impossible. Maharishi: yes, complete surrender is impossible in the beginning. Partial surrender is certainly possible for all. In course of time, that will lead to complete surrender. Visitor: can partial surrender undo destiny? Maharishi: oh yes, it can. Visitor: is not destiny due to past karma? Maharishi: if one is surrendered to God, God will take care of it. Visitor: destiny being God's dispensation, how does God undo it? Maharishi: everything is in God alone, so God will take care of it. Another conversation. Visitor: does man have any free will, or is everything in his life predestined and preordained? Maharishi: free will prevails in association with individuality. As long as individuality lasts, so long there is free will. All the Shastras, scriptural teachings, are based on this fact, and they advise directing the free will in the right channel. Find out to whom free will and destiny matters. Abide in it. Then these two are transcended. That is the only purpose of discussing these questions. To whom do these questions arise? Find out and be at peace. You have so far listened to some of the teachings of Ramana Maharshi about free will and destiny. Here is the gist of these teachings. Fate or destiny is the result of past action. It concerns the body. Let the body act as it is supposed to act. Destiny can be conquered. By association with the wise, the bad tendencies are conquered, and one's experiences are then viewed to their proper perspective. That is how destiny is conquered. So long as there is individuality, one is the enjoyer and doer. But if it is lost, divine will prevails and guides the course of events. If one's mind is restless and troubled, if that person surrenders to God, God can undo destiny and give peace of mind. An individual can use free will in two ways. The first way is one is always free not to identify oneself with the body and so not be affected by the pleasures or pains consequent on the body's activities. And the second way is to direct free will in the right channel, which is to turn within, inquire and find out to whom destiny or free will matters, find the source, realize the self that is perfect, abide in it, and be at peace.